Once upon a time, King Minos of Crete prayed to the god Poseidon to send him a magnificent, snow-white bull so that Minos could sacrifice the creature in the sea god's honor and as a blessing on his kingship. Though not known for his love of mankind, Poseidon heard these prayers and sent the creature. Upon seeing it, King Minos changed his mind and decided against the sacrifice, wishing to keep the animal for himself. Filled with anger, Poseidon reached out to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, and asked her to cast a spell on Minos' wife, Queen Pasiphae. The queen fell in love with the bull, and from their union was born the monstrous beast known as the Minotaur, half man, half bull, with a hunger for the flesh of man. Filled with embarrassment, King Minos had the creature imprisoned in a labyrinth, a vast maze located at the palace of Knossos, built by the architect Daedalus. Locked inside, Minos would feed his enemies to the Minotaur. Once they were locked inside the labyrinth, no one could find their way out. One myth says that King Minos still needed fresh victims to feed to the Minotaur, and began taxing the people of Athens, demanding that they send 7 men and 7 women every year to be sacrificed. Another states that the son of Minos, Prince Androgeus, went to Athens to take part in the Panathenaic Games. While there, he is killed by the same white bull that impregnated his mother. Out of anger and threatening war, King Minos demands the yearly tribute. Regardless of the story, Crete demanded the tribute of 14 youths for 3 years. On the 3rd year, a young man named Theseus, son of King Aegeus, vowed that he would slay the beast and volunteered for the next trip. The 14 tributes sailed from Athens on ships with black sails, mourning for the victims that were to be sacrificed. Theseus promised his father that if he was successful, he would return under white sails to mark his victory. After they arrived in Crete, Theseus declared to King Minos that he would kill the mighty Minotaur. Yet the king simply laughed. Even if this young Athenian managed to kill the beast, he would never escape the labyrinth. So confusing was the maze. Theseus met the daughter of King Minos, young Ariadne. The princess quickly fell in love with the hero, and fearful that he would die in the labyrinth, gave him a sword and a ball of twine. The twine could be attached to the door of the labyrinth. If Theseus unspooled it as he traveled, he would be able to follow it back to the maze's entrance. Taking the princess's advice, Theseus made his way deeper and deeper within the vast labyrinth. He met the Minotaur in one of the deepest corners of the maze, managing to kill him with jabs from the sword that Ariadne gave him. After finding the other tributes, Theseus follows the thread back to the entrance, doing what no other could do, and escaping the labyrinth. Upon exiting the labyrinth, Theseus takes Princess Ariadne and the other Athenians and sets sail for home. Along the way, they stop at the island of Naxos and celebrate Theseus' victory and the fact that no one died. Depending on the myth, Theseus either leaves Ariadne on the island because he actually decides that he wants to marry her sister Phaedra, or doesn't realize that she isn't on the ship until it is too late to go back for her. Either way, Theseus forgets his promise to his father and doesn't change the sails on the ship as it comes into Athens. King Aegeus, seeing the black sails, believes that his son failed and was killed in the labyrinth. Overcome with sorrow, King Aegeus throws himself into the ocean and commits suicide. For those who feel bad for Ariadne, her story didn't end there. While trapped on the island of Naxos, she is approached by Dionysos, who is basically the god of having a good time, so it wasn't all bad for her.